guys, Sam here, and welcome to another episode of my South Sydney Rabbitohs career mode on Rugby League Live 4. Today we begin the season, the NRL kicks off, and the first game is a home game against the West Tigers at the ANZ Stadium. It's a nighttime game and it is raining, so that should be fun. But realistically speaking, the Tigers are a team that we should probably be competing with or thereabouts. A team that will potentially be just outside the top 8 this season, and we're a team that I'm expecting to be just outside that top 8, fighting for the top 8 and keeping the pressure on the top 8 teams. So this is definitely a great test for us to know what kind of matchup we are for teams around us. These are the games that we have to be bringing up to premiership points. These are the games that we have to pick up wins for. If we're basing our performances off our preseason, it could go either way. We could win or we could lose, because we got one win and one loss in our preseason, and we start off just terribly with a forward pass. Not the way you want to start off a game. Early on, you want to be completing your sets, and we just weren't able to do that. And off the scrum, Tedesco punishes us with a cheeky sidestep and gets the first 4 points for the Tigers season against us. Early on, not what you want, and Tedesco just absolutely carving us up. Inglis there. I didn't want to go for the tackle, like an ankle tap or anything like that, or a diving tackle. I really thought we were able to catch Tedesco there. I thought that we could just do a simple body wrap, but unfortunately Inglis was not on the same wavelength as me, and I didn't go for the ankle tap. I'm not sure we could have pulled it off. We were pretty close to him with Inglis there, so not the best. And speaking of not the best, that kick was not the best, and this game just was not the best. We just weren't able to execute the things that we wanted to do. And this time it's Elijah Taylor in a lock position for the Tigers, just fending players away and just bullying his way through to the try line. And both tries in the first half an hour really, coming from errors, on the back of errors, and they've just resulted in tries for the West Tigers. I wanted to talk about that little animation that comes up in the bottom right corner there when players go to kick or when they score a try and it shows them their career stats. I think that's a really nice touch, and something that I think FIFA should implement in their game is showing players' career stats. I think that's just a really nice touch, and it shows the players' career points and it adds on to them. So I think that's a really cool idea, because you can sort of continue someone's legacy, and someone like a Croker, you know what I mean, who's kind of on his way, if he continues going the way he is, to being a very high point scorer. You can see that fulfilled in Rugby League Live 4, which I think is a nice addition, and I think it's something that FIFA especially can take from, because I know NBA 2K does it as well, and it's pretty much FIFA the only sport game that doesn't do it. So we actually did do alright though. After going 12-0 down, we had some opportunities here, some line breaks, and I thought overall we were playing pretty well. We actually responded quite well to it. There were a few opportunities that went begging. This is a nice long set, shows the defensive effort of the Tigers as we try and crash over here. There's still plenty of tackles in the set, and it just goes to show that we did have opportunities and that we were up the pitch in our opponent's 20. Unfortunately for us though, the Tigers were on another level defensively during this set, and we tried going left and right, and unfortunately we just could not do anything with it. Here on the last tackle, just decided to show this. It was actually a really nice grubber into an opportunity into, I believe, George Burgess, and unfortunately just not paying off there. It was a great defensive set from the Tigers, and right here, massive mistake from myself controlling Greg Inglis. I just came blasting in, trying to get a tackle in on Tedesco, and unfortunately it just doesn't work like that. I probably should have positioned myself a little bit better. I thought for some reason that Inglis would just, I don't know, latch on to Tedesco or something. I'm not sure. And honestly, no one on the South's team, except for a fully fit GI, even Inglis wouldn't catch Tedesco. I think maybe Johnston would be. I think he's the quickest player at the Rabbitohs. He's probably the only player that could have caught Tedesco there, but he was nowhere near him. So no one was catching Tedesco once he got past Greg Inglis, and Lolohea puts on the extra 2 points. And at home, in our first game, we're down 18-0 to the West Tigers, which is not what you want at all, especially considering that this is a team that would probably be below us in the table come the end of the season. Here they go for their 4th try attempt. This time it's Woodsy crashing over through Greg Inglis, and it was awarded a no try on field. The bunker's now taking a look at it. As you can see, Woodsy does get it down. And the on-field decision definitely is wrong. As the bunker puts in their decision, it's a no try. They've actually agreed with the on-field decision. I took a look at the replay. I wanted to see if maybe there was a bit of a knock-on, because just looking at it live, it looked like he grounded it, and it looked pretty clean. You can see, maybe you guys saw that. If you want to go back a little bit, you can go back and look at it. There was a slight bobble. There was a slight point where the ball left the hand. I'm not sure if it really took that into consideration, but that's what it looked like watching it over again. Nevertheless, it's an 18-0 loss to the Tigers, and that is never a good day out when you lose to the Tigers at home and they keep you tryless. So definitely not the best start for us here in our first game. Very disappointed, especially considering, like I said before, that the Tigers are a team probably on our level, if not a team that we should probably be beating. As we move into the second game, a much tougher game away at Manly at Lottoland, this is now a team that I would expect to be in the top 8. This is now a real challenge where I expected to beat the Tigers. This is way tougher. If we earn a win here, it'll definitely be well earned. Considering the caliber of players that Manly have, the likes of Daly Cherry-Evans, Tom Trbojevic, Jake Trbojevic, even some players like Dylan Walker, really just quality players, and they play very well as a team, not to forget Marty Tapau as well. So they've got a decent little squad here at Manly. In real life as well, they've been doing quite well, and I would expect them, you know, in the game to actually be making the top 8 as well. So this is going to be a massive challenge for us, playing away from home, and we begin fantastically with a try, the first try of the series, courtesy of Cody Walker, smashing the line and getting over the try line. I mean, he gets away from an ankle tap from Tom Trbojevic. No one else goes to the tackle. Bit of a shocking defensive effort there from some of the Manly players, to be honest with you, but we will take it nonetheless. And Cody Walker's half partner, Adam Reynolds, converting it to make it a 6-0 lead. This time Crichton running through. This is a guy that I rate highly in real life. Angus Crichton is a hell of a player. He gets held in the tackle, and I thought it was a perfect opportunity, actually, to take the 2 points and go 8-0 up. Adam Reynolds was never in doubt for converting that one and gets us the extra 2 points and gives us a bit of a cushion here against Manly. Again, a line break. The second rowers here today doing a bit of a job. Sutton, who's not someone that I really rate in real life, but a decent little run. Speaking of decent little runs, a nice scoot here from Robbie Farah, and another slide step on Tom Trbojevic. Eat your heart out, Tommy T, getting done by Robbie Farah. Moving into the second half, I thought that was for sure a knock-on from Zane Musgrove. Apparently not, and it was the last tackle of the set, so I didn't even get the kick in. I believe it was the 5th tackle. He crashes over, on-field decision of no try, and that's not a camera angle that'll tell us anything, really. Tom Trbojevic doing his best there, but Zane Musgrove, that looks like a try for me. The prop has crashed over. The ref's got a great view of it. He's given it a no try. The bunker overturns it, and it's 2 tries here. Just on the start of the second half, we pick up the second try, 12-0, Adam Reynolds to make it 14-0. He is such a good converter that really I don't have any doubts when he goes for these kicks. I mean, in real life, he's got a fantastic kick on him, and his conversion rate is really good as well. 14-0 up against Manly. What a turnaround this is from the game we just played from the Tigers. Again, we crash over, and again, we're going to go to the bunker here. This ref just does not believe in himself. This time, the on-field decision is a try. It's Sammy Burgess, our lock, who's just enforced his way over. Something's happened in there. I believe that's Jake Trbojevic that he's literally gone through to score the try, and it is a try. And it's, what a scoreline, what a turnaround this is from the Tigers game against Manly, who, Manly aren't, you know, top 4 or the best of the best, but they're a solid team, and we are absolutely dominating them here. George Burgess going for a bit of a run. He gets a high tackle here. I kind of panicked, and I accidentally pressed B to take the extra 2. But in this position, you wouldn't really take the extra 2. You're 20-0 up with 10 minutes to go. You'd tap and you'd run at the defense, really. Taking the 2 there just didn't add anything. We didn't need to do that. But we did it anyway, and it ends a 22-0 win away at Lottoland. Against the Manly Warringah Sea Eagles. I mean, what a turnaround that is. The completion rate was fantastic from us. Nearly 70% of possession in the game. Robbie Farah was scooting from dummy half like it was no one's business. He had a hell of a performance there. As you can see, best player on the field. But I thought, as it shows, Sam Burgess and Cody Walker were fantastic. And the second row in general were fantastic. And that is the end of today's episode, guys, and that is how the ladder looks at the end of 2 rounds, and a couple of shocks. It has to be said that the Storm going 0-2 in the first 2 games, along with the Sharks and even the Sea Eagles, a pretty big surprise. The Knights are 1 win, 1 loss. The Knights winning is just a surprise in general, and then the Tigers and Warriors picking up 2 from 2 is kind of surprising as well. But at the end of the day, we're 1 win and 1 loss. It's not bad, guys. It's not a bad start, and honestly, I feel like we could build something here. That second game against Manly, very, very promising. I'm learning a lot about the game and how to score tries. Sidestepping seems to be a massive part of the game, so I'm actually kind of confident in the future that we could potentially be fighting for this top 8. But that's it, guys. That is the end of today's episode. If you did enjoy it and you haven't liked the video already, make sure you go ahead and leave it a like, and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already to stay up to date with the content. Guys, thank you so much for watching. I hope you did enjoy today's video. I hope you had a good day. I'll see you guys in the next one very soon. Keep it real.